My name's Willie. I live in Denmark, in the house just behind me. In 1978, we had our first child, my daughter Louise, to school in New Zealand. And it's this trip that I want to try and show you, as well as showing what life is like in New Zealand, and to give you an idea of what it's like going to school there.
Hi, my name's Louise. I'm 16 years old. And in about half an hour, I'll be leaving for New Zealand. By the time we're at that destination, we will have been on our way for about 40 hours. I'll be living there for a year, going to high school. And as you can see, it's Christmas here now and also winter, which means that in New Zealand it's summer.
We're on a Malaysian Airlines Boeing, taking off from Heathrow Airport in London, and we're about to head off for Kuala Lumpur, the capital city of Malaysia, before we go on to Auckland in New Zealand. We're going to be up in the air altogether for 25 hours, so that's quite a journey, and altogether we'll have been on the go from the time we left Cornfur until the time we reached our destination in Nelson. We'll have been on the go for at least 40 hours. That's because of the buses, trains we've had to take, the waiting in the airport, so a very long journey. In Nelson we'll be all together there for 1 month before Louise will start school, because it's the summer holidays at the moment. Louise will be going to school for a year in Motueka High School in a town about the size of Hinnerup, and we'll be looking at school and seeing what it's like there. Here we are, this is Motueka. It's a very spread out town, which is typical for New Zealand. Houses, many people have at least 700 to 1,000 square meters of ground. This is the place, the shopping centre we're looking at now of Motueka. You can see it actually looks a bit like a western, doesn't it? We can see here a lady coming across on the bicycle, and she's actually got a cycle helmet on, and it's compulsory for all cyclists in New Zealand to wear helmets. You can see that we've got some pretty old cars around. We're now looking at a couple of houses typical for New Zealand, and now we'll be meeting the Murphy family, where Louise will be staying. And she's going to be introducing them here.
Okay, this is Daniel.
Hello.
Karen. Kevin. And Kim.
Some of Kim's jam.
So, they've just been going to have some scones, which is typical of New Zealand as well. They're called scones here. Kim's telling about her job. She's secretary at a primary school, and Kim is working in the apples, of which many are exported even to Denmark, and telling about his job there. Louise's bedroom with the two children here, as you can see. And this is where Kevin is just having a look at the paper, the dining room and the kitchen in the background there. This then is Motueka High School. We're looking at the playing fields where there's hockey, soccer, rugby played in the winter. In the summertime it's cricket or softball. You can see the uniforms that are being worn. This is an assembly which they have once or even twice a week. They'll be giving notices about different clubs and activities that are going on in the school. Also the principal and the senior woman, that's the there to give announcements. At the moment, the principal is telling about 2 students that have been expelled. One has been, or at least suspended. I'm not sure they've been expelled. One because of stealing, and the other because of an unprovoked assault. Students at the end of their lessons change rooms, and unlike in Denmark where the teachers change except in special situations. Teachers say that it's more practical to have their things in their classroom and the students have to come to them. Now we're looking at a morning break. This is when the students have half an hour and the tuck shop is open, and we'll be hearing a little bit about what they're eating there, what you can buy there. So he's telling us now what you can buy here in the tuck shop. Talking about that you can get pies, for example, sweets, lollies, ice cream, which are very common in New Zealand. What's in the pie there? And here we are, they're talking about what you get in the pies, and the minced meat, which is usually what you call haggardboof in Danish. We now look at the different subjects. This here is a typical classroom situation. In fact, they're having economics. Fifth form crowd, they're around about 9. klasse. And we're just sort of looking around. You can see that perhaps in a way the classrooms are a bit tidier than the Danish ones, and there's a lot more up on the walls there. This here then we're looking at photography, also as a subject which students can choose, and it's a subject again on equal footing with other subjects. They have to do sort of projects during the year. In fact, the teacher isn't with them for most of the time. They get instruction now and again, and then the rest of the time they have to find these things out themselves. But it's quite amazing to see actually what kind of work the students produce by the end of the year. They have to hand in this folio with all the different work that they've been doing, and then discuss what they think is good and bad about it. So it's pretty good on the whole. Now we go over to art, and here we can see some of the things that they're working with. It's quite amazing what they do in art here in the school here. A lot of it's been inspired by Maori art, just as an example here. Well, and here we are seeing the class in action. At the moment they've been put into to practice some of the special technique that the art teacher wants them to carry out. He wants them to concentrate on their work there, to try and do anything that's got to do with the whole, for example. And so they're practicing there. Most of these students have been doing art already for 3 years, so some of them are getting quite good. You'll see some of the work of the best students a little bit later. Andres here is one of them. He's the one with the lighthouse. He's done the lighthouses, you'll see. Here we have Louise doing her bit.
Let's have a look back at your own first drawings and say, is there anything in there that can help me? How can I modify what I've done? Because at this stage over here, we've got to start thinking that ideas and development are the most crucial thing that you can do. If you're going to be a designer or an architect, you're going to have an initial concept and explore in ideas. You're going to get ideas from different places. How do you develop it? Here. And what he's done is take a single idea, in this case a lighthouse, and he's explored it for a whole year's work. Now at the fifth form, which is their third year at high school, the syllabus asks that students should be able to make art from their own surroundings. Now this was one trip that Andres made. While he was on the trip, he actually made these sketches. Right. Later on they were developed in further drawings into a lino print. There's another drawing. He also extended the paper sculpture and then took it through in a realistic way and then into some other, expressive paintings.
I certainly recognise them, right? I recognise the area.
Right, Kaharangi Lighthouse. So it's the idea of my face, my space, my place as a theme, and she's included photos of her own face as well as her own house, the dog, trying to catch aspects of the dog's life, and her own thing on dance. Some of
the interesting thing is that you're talking about the artwork here getting marks and that it's actually put on an equal footing with all other academic subjects, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Right. This one is an interesting folder in that it started from one photo that she took in the fourth form when she was on camp.
Yes.
Of somebody standing out on the top of Bushline Hut up Mount Robert,
right,
looking out as the clouds rolled in, and she's used that as a starting point for all of the paintings developed through.
Right.
With a study based on Maigret, the artist, the man in the bowler hat, and she's extended that through as a little simple silhouette, people standing looking at themselves, trying to work out what's dream, what a reality.
So what is it actually you're doing here?
Well, it's proofreading.
Yeah.
And we just type it all out and we've got to fix up all the mistakes that's in it.
Okay.
And at the end we just put on spell check and it tells us what's wrong with it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just learning how to use word processing, that sort of thing, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're over to the metalwork, woodwork block, and we're having a look at seeing what they're doing here in this sort of subject. These boys are around about fourth form, which is about 8. klasse, and
When you're working out the measurement, it equals 4.4 metres. Now at 1950 to 3 metres, probably works out around about $30 worth of material, just in the main chart. Consider cutting it back to 6 sides, around 3.3, which would just be over $20. Okay? Get them to start thinking about their design in it, and the fact of how many legs their work should have, 4 or 3 or 5. The different type of materials they can use, the different ways of jointing it, the angles they will use.
Okay, yeah.
And even goes on to the seats, the different shapes of seats, how they're going to fasten the pieces together, and the final drawing and sizing and that. And they do all this design work before they start building.
Okay.
So they actually design it. So every one of them ends up slightly different. In fact, Robert's working on one with round pipe with a love heart shape.
Okay.
So the idea is they design something that they want.
Right, right.
The day of all building the same project.
Yeah, like it used to be.
Yeah,
That's right.
We can put on a certain size and everything, it's enamel based and everything.
Right.
They can still stick within the sizes, but alter them slightly by the different panels they use on the sides, the different bases, different ways of putting them together. They made different shaped handles, glass, which is mirror glass, compared to round pillars, the square pillars, and that's how they get their individual thing.
Okay.
Restriction on the type of material we use is totally gone, it's totally removed.
So it's a sort of an overlap
from metalwork and woodwork are virtually one subject now.
Yeah. When it comes to school cert, they moderate it together as one subject.
I see. That's an interesting development.
While the pupils there might make a grandfather clock, there might be some brass parts in it.
Right, exactly.
So that's still got metal parts going into their clock, and they overlap.
Right.
Pupils to really work towards keeping up with modern materials.
Oh, great.
The subject is called Graphics and Design, and we've got a class of sixth formers here again, around about 10th class or first gymnasium year, and this teacher here is starting them off on their sixth form year.
Work. They've been design, environmental, technology and media illustration. Pupils throughout the year will be required to do up to 12 different types of assignments, and the length of the assignments varies from 4 hours to 10 hours. Techniques I've had to learn, of course, colour. Sketching was not formally taught before, and now it's a very integral part of the actual course. Different types of handles on other tools, and then they've come up with ideas for a specific piece of work. It's the fourth area of study, and it's enjoyed by both sexes immensely, and that they have the opportunity to model making is also enjoyed, and we can look at some examples of models following on from this series of work. The two models here are representative of work that came out on the lunar module, decoration and packaging, and they had to design a Easter egg container around a given size Easter egg.
You had that. Right, that's right. So they had to design it around that.
That particular size egg, yes.
Right, okay. And you sort of see inside the construction there where they have to make it rigid so it doesn't collapse. Yeah. Sixth form work, or does it actually go up to 7th?
This that you're seeing here is all sixth form work.
Okay.
We're now looking at outdoor education. Louise, by chance, happened to get a visit from her half-sister, Amanda. But they're out here now. This is again in the start of their outdoor education course. At the moment they're going through some confidence exercises and to try and get to know each other better, it being now the beginning of the year and a new group.
Because obviously this is a shield. The strongest. You're not tall.
No, she's alright. Go, Hannah.
No, she's the lightest. She should be last. No, the lighter. No, the tallest should be last. Because they're going to get through them themselves.
Oh,
no. You don't push you go first. Oh, you can't see. A bit of warp there, and that's all right, though. It's true. People up. Think about it. You make the wall, and people climb up. Yeah. Stop people through. Make a wall go on your knees.
Just turn around while
Go on
you're
your
up
shoulders
there.
and pop over.
Yeah, now we're thinking.
Okay. Go jump on them first.
Go, quick. Time's running out.
Oh, don't worry.
Confidence building exercises, aren't they?
Yes,
Yeah.
finding out who are leaders, who are followers,
Right.
different methods of organising groups.
Yeah.
At the moment, at the stage of the year, it's very...
Yeah, go on.
3 minutes 27, 3 minutes 29, 3 minutes 30. Half a minute, we might get some people being zapped. 3 minutes 35, we've got 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
Oh, these four lengths.
So this outdoor education is quite an exciting course actually. They can will be trying things like kayaking, rope climbing, snowcraft in the mountains, skiing, white river rafting, kayaking and a number of other
Some of the things
types of activities. They still again have to do make folders and record what they do and discuss things about how they experience things. So it's quite an exciting course. You can see why it must be exciting. Another possibility is drama. This year, for some reason or other, they only had girls, but this is not always the case. I'm sure they'll also be studying different aspects of drama and reading plays, but then they'll also be practicing, and the largest part of this group will no doubt be the group that will be involved in the production of Grease, which the whole school will be, or a great part of the school will be using time on. Again, a lot of these sort of things actually go on during school, outside school time, so there's nothing like in Denmark with UT, that sort of thing. Here they're doing confidence building exercises, again because they're a group that haven't known each other that well yet. So this is typically the sort of thing which they'll be asked to do, just to sort of get to know each other there. See the girl there? She's a Swedish exchange student, as you'll hear later on.
Running and doing lots of exercise and playing sport. Thank you. Hi, my name's Stacey and I enjoy music, any type of music. I sing, play the guitar and drums and practically anything I can get my hands on. Hi, I'm Robin and I enjoy writing and playing music and singing and dancing and drama and all sorts of things.
Hi, my name is Fiona. I enjoy cooking and swimming.
Hi, my name is Tanika and I enjoy dancing, I like doing art and I enjoy reading.
Hej, mitt namn är Anna Lind och jag är en utbytesstudent från Sverige. Och jag ska vara här i Nya Zeeland i 1 år. Och en av de sakerna som jag gör här i Danmark är att gå på sån här dramakurs. Hej då!
Hi, my name is Heidi. I'm at Motueka High School. I'm training to be a baker this year and I enjoy music and drama. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jana. I love playing sport and socialising with my friends. My ambition is to become a lawyer.
Hi, my name is Jackie. I enjoy most arts and especially pottery. I intend to be a potter someday.
Music is now, as you can see, another possibility. These are again sixth formers, and they will be taking music along with any of the other sort of subjects that you've got there. And you can see that the lady there is helping this boy on the computer there. It's been quite amazing as to how much work this woman has done as far as music is concerned in the school here for the last 16 years. Notice also how active the students all are involved in their work. So they're doing the auditions for the production Grease here, and again many of these students will be involved in probably the orchestra and the singing part of the production. The Japanese student here is an exchange student. This here is what I played when I was at school many years ago, when I was in the brass band.
What do you call those gadgets you're using there? Have they got any special name, those cutters? What are they called? Rotary cutters. Okay, rotary cutters. Uh-huh. What are you doing at the moment? You're just sort of cutting up... Oh, you're making patchwork, okay. Yeah.
By doing sit and reach, and then they measure how much they get.
Okay, right. So you got how much there? +7. +7. That's pretty good, is it? Yeah, is that pretty good?
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah. And what do the girls usually do? How much can you do it in?
Well, I did it in +16 before.
+16, wow, that's not bad then.
I did it in +20.
Even +20? Oh wow, yeah, I see what you mean. So your name's Kelly, isn't it?
Yep, Kelly.
Kelly, what are you going to use these results for? Can you use them for anything?
See if we are getting better endurance muscles in the fish.
We'd probably do a test probably twice a year,
Yeah.
just to see how flexible we get.
See if you get better at it and
Yeah,
so
better
on.
results.
Yeah, okay. Does that mean you'll actually do some special kind of exercises for it?
Oh, just warm up exercises, just to limber up.
Yeah, right. The teacher there, I can see he's even got a, he's got some sort of Olympic thing there. Has he been in an Olympic team? Barcelona, yeah. What was he over there for?
Oh, he was just, I think he was helping with the
Okay. Uh-huh. You can balance there, I suppose, do you? Yeah. And I can see you're pretty good at it. So, you have to throw it up. Okay, give her a go. Okay, so you have to twist it in the air and then catch it again. Oh, good one. Yep. So here we've got the hall, all empty now. And you can see the contrast.
So this now is the assembly hall, when there's not many students in it. None at all, I mean. And this is then used for assemblies as well as for productions like Greece and other productions. And then of course also displaying some of their magnificent artwork, as you can see here. And a lot of it's inspired by Maoris and also by productions they've made, sort of like musical productions, that kind of thing. So it gives you an idea of the quality of art that's produced here. This here is a piece of Maori art, carving, and these pieces out here, they're outside the office in the foyer. You can see a lot of these Maori carvings tell of legends and background of the Maoris. Very typical. The hands have always got 3 fingers, and these are some of the things that are made by students doing photography. Some of the woodwork things made by some of the senior students, such as this rocking chair, an old grandfather clock. Not old, of course. And then this is made by some of the 4th formers. This is in the earlier stages of their woodwork course.